Hello, I am Obzzarvatory. Thank you for watching my video. Just a little bit of information before we get started. This video is part of a series, so if you want to watch the rest of the videos, more tutorials of ArcheAge, head over to the description of this video. There's a link to the playlist. Simple as that. Also, if you want to join our guild in this game or other games, we play together in MMOs generally, but also we try to find time to play a little 4, 6, 10 co-op games together, those kind of things. Go to obzzarvatory.com and sign up there, and get to know us on Twitch TV/Obzzarver. The only rule for the guild or the multigaming community is no drama, don't be a dick. That's it. Thank you. See you there. In this video we shall be talking about how you level up and the different classes and how the class mechanics work, skill mechanics and such. Let's start off. Character creation. We skip past the boring part. You have 5 basic classes to choose from. You start with ArcheAge, Sorcery, Archery, Vitalism, Occultism, and Shadowplay. There is 3 more. There is Songcraft, Defense, and Witchcraft. Those 3 you cannot choose in the very beginning. The reason you can't choose them is because this goes into how it all works together. You will choose one of these to begin with. Say I choose ArcheAge, and then as I level up, I will choose another one, and as I level up, I will choose a third one. So I combine the 3. Now the 3 I mentioned, Songcraft, Witchcraft, and Defense, they don't really have a whole lot. Well, that's not entirely true. They do have some attacks, but I don't really have enough attacks in them that you could play them with only that class. So you'll only be able to choose those later as complementary to one of these primary classes, so to say. So let's just start off with, say, Sorcery. A fresh character. So if you press K, you can see that we have Sorcery, and this is the ones we have thus far. You can see also that we unlock our new skill set, for example, Archery or Defense or anything like that at level 5. And then the next one at level 10. So let's get level 5. Before we move on though, quick tip. Quests. This is a regular quest with these things over their head, like the exclamation mark. Yellow ones. Double tap to sprint, uses your mana. This over here is an area kill quest. So when you see these things, that's not something you have to do, but it can be practical to do. And that just gives me like kill the number of foxes. The quest system is quite ordinary in this. This is not where the sandbox part of the game comes in. Be aware though, this different color than the ones over. My mouse is quick today. Go back. There we go. Yellow orange-ish, yellow greenish. These are your story quests, so you should do these. Like, these are the only ones that you really have to do. Well, you don't actually have to do them, but it can be practical to progress your story. Also be aware that around level 30, when you get to like 2 crowns in this case of this race, it stops. That's it. That's all there is. There might be more. Remember, this is recorded in alpha. Another thing you should know, you see me using the fireball. You have some basic skills, not important. You have the fireball from the skill tree that you chose, Sorcery. From the very beginning, rank 1 in Sorcery, I can use the fireball. At rank 3 in Sorcery, which coincidentally is also my class level, or my character level 3 at the moment, I unlock the next skill, Freezing Arrow. You have to choose it there, and then you have to pull it down on your hotbar, which I missed. There we go. When I hit rank 5 in Sorcery, which I will at the same time as I get character level 5, I will unlock this one. Then 10, then 15, then 20, then 25, then 30, and so on. This is how they unlock. So you can't choose them until then. The passives work a little bit differently. For example, this one, it says 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Now that I have 2 points spent in Sorcery, I can unlock this passive. This 2 means I need to have spent 2 points in Sorcery. They also count towards each other. So now, if on the next level I spend another point in this passive, I will have 3 total in Sorcery, which means I can take this passive here that requires 3 in Sorcery. This has nothing to do with your character level. This is your skill set level. I'll explain that more afterwards. Another tip, you can always see your quests has little arrows on the ground pointing the direction you need to go. The bigger arrow is the closest quest. Yet another tip. You gain XP for pretty much anything you do in this game. Let's mine this. 51 XP. Around the world you'll find these little glorious Nui thingamajigs. If you go up to them, there's a little priestess. You have two choices here. You can press F to change your skill set. I can't do that anymore, or yet, because I have only one skill set. I can have three, so when you have three you can change them out. Important to remember actually. These are all over the map. You can mark them on the map too. You can also receive a blessing. You do that when you've lost XP. You'll see on the XP bar, like if you die for whatever reason. Not everything will lose XP for you, but some things will, and then you can walk up to one of these guys, receive a blessing and get 80% of it back. Or something thereabouts. I'm a bit careful with numbers during these tutorials because things may and will change since alpha. Alright, so we just hit level 5, got a little message, you earned a new skill set and earned 2 skill points. Open skills. So now I can choose something here. Alright. These little suggestions that are pointed out in fire are things that are recommended to go with the skill set I currently have. That recommendation, you can pretty much disregard it. You are going to make more than one character before you understand this, but the thing it recommends it based off of is how the skills in this set combos with the skills in the set I already have. So let's say I take Witchcraft now, for example. Alright, I want Witchcraft. You can cancel it, you can choose something else too. Let's take Witchcraft and confirm. And I got 2 points. You get, what is it, 23 points total to go at level 50. That's all you have to deal with. Like, there's not much when you see how many skills you'll have, including the passives. So you have to spend them carefully. In fact, well, let's talk about that more later. You can see at the bottom of the description of these skills that it says combo, and a little red thing there, and a little icon, and so on and so forth. It's the same thing here. It's a bunch of things that it combos off of. These are all status effects. So say that this frost arrow, this is for the advanced planning of your character. You should look into some skill calculator before doing this. I'll put some up on obzzarvatory.com. Actually, there is some there already. Go have a look. These icons in the bottom means that, for example, I put a fireball on something and it will affect like an ignited effect. Say it's an ignited effect. Then if I put like a frost arrow, I'm just making up combos now. Maybe that frost arrow will trigger like double damage if it hits an ignited target. It's that kind of combos. There's tons of combos like that. And not all, this skill set don't only work together like independently like that. Like this one can apply a status effect that, or Witchcraft can apply a status effect that Sorcery can make use of, and so on and so forth. So that's how it plans out which skills you should have. Okay, another thing, and we'll jump on to my more advanced character in a second. You see this little number here? These are ranks of the individual skills. Some skills don't have ranks, and some gets more ranks than others. But basically, as you play, this will rank up. It will become a better version of that same skill. That just happens automatically as you level up. Alright, let's go and check out my level 50. Oh, before we do, I have something else to show you. Okay, so there's kind of a special quest, that's what I wanted to show you. So, like, this quest has multiple completion mechanics. Basically, I'm shearing this sheep, or whatever it is. My achievement rate gets 10 each time. I could also kill sheep ranch bees, or something else. It depends on the quest. It seems like these are the only two things I can do here. What I wanted to show you though, like, look at this. I'm currently at 30 out of 100 in progress. Let me kill a few of these fast. Okay, we got 50. Let me get to 100 real quick. Okay, we're currently at 90 out of 100. And 100. Now, let's try this. We're 100 of 100 currently. 110 out of 100, extra progress. Let's keep going. $120 out of 100, extra progress. $130 out of 100, extra progress. We have to keep going with this for a while. We're actually going to have to reach 150 in this case. There we go, 150 out of 100, overachieved. This will give you more quest XP. So you can overachieve or extra progress on different quests to get higher XP than the reward was originally at. This works the other way around too. You can underachieve it and still complete the quest, like at, I don't know how many percent, like 50% of the required amount. You can still turn the quest in for less XP but the same rewards. I still get the same rewards now, but I get more XP. So there's if you wanted to level fast, this is definitely the way you should do it. And that goes for most quests that has like a kill count. Not the ones with the axe over it though, like you remember from the beginning? And those are just to, you know, to kill random mobs. You don't turn those in, so those are only the exact amount. No overachieving. Alright. Glorious level 50, here we are. Back at this chick. Now, as you can see, level 50 I have a bunch of skills. You can also see that they are uneven in numbers. You can see my Songcraft is level 50, Sorcery is level 33, and Witchcraft is level 45. What I did is I exchanged some skills. I've actually leveled more than the skills I have here. I'm actually going to remove my Songcraft now, unfortunately, because I love Songcraft. We play music. Okay, enough of a show. So I can either reset all of the skills in here. They called me 1 gold 30. That way I can respec it. Shut up with the music! God damn it. Okay, I have to finish playing. There we go. I could either unspec like each skill here without removing Songcraft, or I can totally remove Songcraft. There. Change skill set, exchange Songcraft for, let's see, what should we do? You can see I already have these here. You can see that, for example, Archery is still 50. I have Archery. I can choose Archery and still have that 50, even though I've removed it before. Same with Shadowplay. I'm going to exchange it though for Vitalism. Change skill. 1 gold. Bang. These are now useless. Now I have Vitalism at level 10. It always starts at level 10. Sorcery 33. Witchcraft 45. The reason you do this is because once you hit level 50, you can keep gaining XP, you can keep leveling up all of these skills, and as you can see, even if you exchange them for something, I can change them right back. I can go in here, there we go. I can say, well, I don't want Vitalism anymore, I'll pay 1 gold and get Auramancy instead. Or I could say I want Shadowplay, and I change Sorcery for Archery, and I have 2 level 50 skills and 1 45. The reason when you do this, you keep gaining XP for everything you do in the game. So you might as well just exchange them when they get to 50, start something new. That way you don't waste the XP and you can unlock everything, and you can just, whenever the situation calls for it, you can build a completely different build for your character. Obviously you'll need to collect some gear for it as well. I'm not going to spec into any of this now because I have to read up on it a bit more. But what I would recommend as you level up, obviously at level 10 you're going to have 3 skills at the same level. So level everything until you get like all 3 to about level 30 or 35 perhaps. Then remove 1 or 2 of them. Remove 1 or 2 that can do damage. Okay? So at that point you say like you have sorcery, you have whatever, like you have sorcery, then you remove everything but sorcery and you keep leveling those up. So sorcery will always be a bit higher than the other ones. When sorcery hits 50, you remove sorcery and you pick up something low like I did just now with vitalism at level 10. And you'll still have like a couple of level 30 other skills, or maybe even higher, probably 35, 40 by the time you've reached 50 on your character. So that way you can keep fighting, like you will still have like high level abilities, and you can keep leveling up these other ones passively. That might be a bit confusing, but skip back in the video and hear me ramble about it again. So exchange a couple of your skills at around level 35, get a few new ones. By the time your main one reaches 50, the other ones will be at 35 again. They level faster, they require less XP. So that way you can keep rotating them, so you don't have to start, like if you did all of these to level 50 and then exchange all of them, you would have 3 level 10 skills, or rank 10 skills, which is kind of useless, right? Or you would have to keep one of your 50s until these get high, and that way you're not gaining full XP, because they don't share the XP, they all get the equal amount of XP, so you might as well rotate it like that. Alright, that's enough of an explanation of that. Okay, so how do you get XP? What's the most efficient way to get XP? Well, obviously you can quest. You probably should quest a bit. There's many reasons for that. You can also just grind it out. Not as efficient, but depending on your class it can be smart as well. These are placed a bit risky. But you can also get XP in a ton of other ways. For example, on my character, I barely killed anything on my way to 50. Seriously, like almost nothing. All I did was, for example, this. Oh. Damn it. Well, okay, these have been growing for a long time. I need to put some organic fertilizer on them to be able to harvest them. Crap. Anyways, you can chop down the trees. $945 XP. I can feed my chickens. $262 XP. Everything you grow gives you XP. Everything you chop down gives you XP. Everything you mine gives you XP. Everything you slaughter, as in, for example, like you slaughter these chickens, get more XP. Fishing gives you XP. And what else? Pretty much everything you want to do. But farming as a whole gives you a ton of XP. Farming relies on labor points, so it gives you down in the bottom here. So when you run out of labor points, you can't farm anymore. That's a whole other video though. Farming is really, really complicated. It goes for animals, it goes for vegetables and trees and everything, trade skills based. Crafting gives you XP. We'll do a whole other video on that, and make sure to check the playlist to see how we get those. I'll show you one last thing though, called Daily Quest. Maniacal. This is the main town of the western faction. If you're on the eastern faction, I'm not sure which town it is. I haven't really played much on the east, but it's the same thing, right? So in these towns, and you can pick them up at other places as well, but you get here around level 25, you can start doing these daily quests at level 30. They will give you XP and some rewards. Rewards being some special currency that you need for other things. Again, there's a separate video on trading. Make sure to check that out. So these two guys, located hereabouts on the map, they will give you daily quests. Gives you archaic coin containers. Basically what daily quests are is basically you run around and do certain tasks. You can do them all in half an hour or so, and you get those. Highly recommended. I'm not going to do them now because they're quite boring. I hate daily quests, but they're smart to do. Cheapest way to do the last one here is with dried pine cones. Just so you know, they're pretty cheap to get. Alright, that's it. See you in game.